Hey, Josh. You see, the biggest thing about this is we're trying to silence the mind, but we become obsessed with it. We get aggravated. We get, we can't, the irony, everything's paradoxical. The irony is this: if we are the mind's in a restless state, and if we're trying to silence it, it's going to become more loud. This is the thing. But at the same time, there's certain desire that we have, obviously, because God put it there. It's part of the evolutionary thing, is that something wants to have a silent mind, clearly. But yet, okay, something wants to have a silent mind. There's some necessary steps to take, but yet, if we try too hard to have a silent mind, it actually goes the other way and makes it less silent. So what do you do? How do you handle that? It's like what I keep trying to say. You try, but you don't try. It's got to be both. We have certain techniques, certain things we can do. People, they have breathing. I made a video about 4 techniques to have an empty mind. There's certain breathing. There's you can repeat a mantra. I mean, there's thousands really, but it's like there has to be space to let the mind be doing what it's doing right now. That's actually more important than any technique that we're trying to use to silence the mind, is this acceptance level. We don't know how long this mind's been doing this. You see what I mean? You can't just like all of a sudden one day say, okay, yeah, I found a spiritual practice. Oh, well, this looks really good. I think that's really would be good for me if my mind was more silent. So I'm gonna really invest some time into this teaching or technique, or every day I'm gonna set aside time and meditate, and I'm gonna eat good and have a sattvic life, and that's gonna help, and it does. All those things are necessary. And I'm gonna invest a couple years or a couple months, and then I'll have a silent mind. And then some time goes by, and you're like, maybe a lot of time goes by, and you're like, geez, this thing, not only is it not silent, it's more loud. Like, what's going on here? And then that pressure you put on yourself, that like, again, the mind's doing that. What's wrong with you, man? Why aren't you getting this? You've dedicated 4 years to your life in other ways, like in school, and you got a bachelor's degree, and maybe you played a certain sport for 5, 6, 7 years. Now you're really good at it, and you're above average in your field. So like, what's the problem here? I've been applying myself the same way and trying to quiet my mind, but yet I'm not making near the progress I make when I'm doing these worldly things and investing my energy. Like, what's going on? And because it don't work that way. It's not a doing. It's not so much, it's a doing and a not doing. You got to do, but you got to give space to let this thing play out. Like I was trying to say a minute ago, we don't know how long this thing's been running like that. How long this hamster's been on the wheel, turning and turning and turning. You see, and then we listen to these videos or read these books where the person, they'll just make it look like they're done. They just a one and you're done type thing. Then we hear terms like sudden enlightenment and all that stuff, and that makes it even worse. There's no sudden enlightenment, not if you break it down. It doesn't exist. I was going to make a video on that. If we could see the string of lifetimes from this so-called person who had sudden enlightenment, Eckhart Tolle's one, Ramana Maharshi, if we could see their past lives, we'd see, oh yeah, this wasn't so sudden. They've been working on this for a while. They've been doing sadhana for a long time. And so then it just became ripe at a certain point, you see. So it's like part of the evolutionary game and law. You can't totally escape the karma. The mind has to come to a natural, like, rest in itself. We can accelerate things, sure, through sadhana and through lifestyle habits and everything. But what's the Buddha thing they would do is just have their students just sweep the floor or chop wood, carry water, because the teachers knew, like you live a sattvic lifestyle and you let the momentum and the propensity of this rajasticness that's been going on for we don't know how long, you let it come to a natural end, while at the same time you have a spiritual continuity in your life. You have a good sadhana schedule, so to speak, or if you're at an ashram, that's already there for you. that helps. That's a conducive environment for letting the mind come to a natural rest. So that accelerates things when we give space to let this karma play out. Don't put a time limit on it. Don't say, oh, but I want this to be my last life. It's not our business. It's not our business. Is this our last life, or it's not? Oh boy, this is my last life. I feel really good. No, it doesn't matter. Last life, come back again. Come back as an avatar. Have the free choice to come back, or if we come back, if it's involuntary and automatic because there's still some karma, some fine tuning to do, so be it. You stay as you are. You recognize as much as we can to bring to feel this you can say inner spaciousness or formlessness or presence or consciousness. That isn't like coming back or it's not involved. It's not involved. Like, it doesn't have a body, so it's not tripping on is this my last life? Is it not? Am I making progress? Am I not making progress? This is beyond progress, and it's here right now. So that's the sadhana, is to focus on that. So when the mind starts acting up, you can focus on that, but at the same time, it doesn't mean the mind's going to stop all of a sudden. It's still going to keep going. That's cool. That's cool. And then the mind will say, oh, but it's not working. Your spiritual practice isn't working. Why are you doing this? That's another thought. Okay, I hear you, mind. It's all good. I can't do this anymore. I got to just, I'm just going to go with thought. It just pulled me back in and I can't do nothing about it. Okay, that's okay too. I can't keep focusing on this. This is causing more stress and pressure. Okay. You see, that level of acceptance is the panacea. This is the solution. And then naturally, when we calm down at some point we'll calm down. There's no permanent state, whether that be peace or restlessness. It's going to change. But at some point, if we lose it, so to speak, and go back into mind, in the identity, then let that be like that. And then we just, when the time is ready, it shouldn't be that long. If we have a sadhana, our attention will naturally come back to rest at home. See, I'm talking to those who I know what it's like to be struggling, to feel this inner struggle in this restlessness. It's like there's like a battle, a war going on inside. Spiritual tendencies are fighting the lower tamasic, habitual tendencies to stay in Maya. So there's that pull, that tuggle, And then the battlefield is the body. It takes place on the battlefield, so we feel all this, And so the more I can relax and let that happen, even if I can't relax, see, even if you can't relax about that. Relax about the fact that you can't relax. You got to keep surrendering. The surrender principle is always first. It doesn't matter what the feeling is, what the thought is. Oh, but I can't surrender. Okay, surrender that. You see where I'm going with this? You're always ahead if you do that. That's what I'm trying to drive home. In that state of acceptance, these habits and this inertia and this rajousness and all this habitual karma that has to play out, it gets played out faster. It gets processed faster because there's no resistance. Resistance is fuel. It's fuel for these habits and things that we want to transcend. When we believe the thought that says, oh man, this sucks, why can't I do this? I'm not making any progress. That's continuing it more. It's not like a benevolent, godly thought you're having. Like, it's not like encouragement. Like, you need to try harder. What's wrong with you? No, that's mind and ego all day long. A lot of times it puts on the spiritual hat, disguises itself as God, and starts talking. So you got to catch that out. This whole thing it's not as real as we think it is, but yet it has a relative realness that's very real. The play, the balance is understanding both of those. Can I say be in between that, or be beyond it? Whatever you want to say, either one. But that both polarities have to be acknowledged. Where there's a state of restlessness because this is a heavyweight ship, a complex ship that we're trying to navigate here. Physical body, mind, emotions, desires, senses, everything, health problems. And the consciousness is incorporated in this. But yet the consciousness is trying to realize its own self while it's identified with all these layers. You see, that's that's not so easy to experience a balance with all that. In fact, you can't experience a perfect balance with all that. Ever. Never. Nobody can. But yet these higher beings, they know that, they're aware of that. They let the ship sail on the rocky waters sometimes, and they just let that be. They know that this is part of the tax for having this virtual reality equipment that we have to have in order to experience life. That's like the trade-off. They accept that. That's what I'm trying to say. You have acceptance. At the same time, you do your sadhana, your spiritual practice. Both. Don't have any expectations on how long this is going to take, or how, this whole thing could end right now. We don't even know, You somehow have to make peace with this inside. And don't believe the mind and think it's positive when it keeps telling you that, pushing and complaining and putting time limits on things. Catch that out. Let that go, and you'll be amazed all of a sudden. You're like, whoa, I'm actually experiencing what I was trying to experience. I was trying so hard to experience and beating myself up for not experiencing it, but now I'm kind of experiencing it. You see, that's a true let go and surrender. When we let go and surrender, it's like peace it's the byproduct of that. But don't say, okay, I've surrendered and let go. Where's the peace at? See, you didn't surrender and let go. Surrender and let go without any expectations, without any entitlements. Say, okay, I've surrendered and let go as best as I can. Oh, I'm still restless. Okay, that's fine. I surrender. I'm not bargaining with God. God, I surrender. Where's the peace? No. I'm surrendering because this is just what it is. I'm just surrendering. Period. I don't expect nothing. I'll stay restless forever, whatever, but I'm still surrendering. You understand? That's the attitude. This is an empowering attitude to have, and I was beaten into this attitude because the other attitude don't work. So, yeah, use the attitude that works. All right. Have a good day.